Good afternoon to Mr. Zul Mashdi, our Ethics and Professionalism lecturer. I'm Sneka Panisame from batch 18B DM061914, and I'm here to present about the introduction of freedom and the types of freedom. Freedom is the power of right of to act, speak, think as one wants without hindrance or restraints at the absence of despotic government. Freedom is also be called a state of mind where we all have our own freedom, personal rights, and freedom of doing what we actually think of. For example, freedom of expression includes freedom of speech, of the press, of association, assembly, and petition. There are also many types of freedom, such as the most common six types of freedom are intention freedom, self freedom, external freedom, political freedom, collective freedom, and this last one is like spiritual freedom. Thank you.
Hi sir, good morning. Today I am going to present about three types of freedom. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mutarsi from batch 18B. My ID number is M0419111. First is collective freedom. It's an ideology of collective unity that describes social and moral values and objectives for all. Example, under this ideal of freedom, the state is allowed to control the production of all basic citizens' needs, like giving them freedom from what they want. Second freedom is internal freedom, means effective presence of internal factors that contribute to people fulfilling their goals, desires and interests, being self-reliant and self-directed, their own masters and being in control of their own life and destiny. This freedom may include free will, but most of its components would be highly desirable even in the absence of free will. Third freedom is spiritual freedom, being in a place where, in spite of whatever life may bring, we are free to draw from the unseen power within us to deal with the challenges and losses. It's a capacity to focus on what we want instead of what we don't want, for the good for ourselves and others. The spiritual freedom is a space or place where experience is complete attachment with the spirit of God. Like nothing is missing, like everything is complete, and that is all there.
I am Devpriya Sivakumar, the M041927 from batch 18B. Here I want to present about self-freedom, political freedom and external freedom. Self-freedom is an inner state of being which is derived from heart is more beautiful than the freedom derived from conscience. Practice of self-control, restraint and balance to achieve and admire master slow's relationship of soul over body. Secondly is political freedom, was described as freedom from oppression or corruption, the absence of disabling condition for an individual and the fulfillment of enabling conditions or the absence of life conditions or compulsion, economic compulsion in a society. Lastly is external freedom, the final condition that allows an individual to manage reality in a conscious way which allows him or her to be in power without needing to accept these and common freedoms expected in daily life in most countries throughout in history. Thank you.
Good afternoon to my respected professor. I am Mr. Mohan DM04191110 from batch 18B. Today I am going to present about the responsibility and the responsibility of context. Responsibility is defined as a duty or an obligation which perform to complete the task or duty. The responsibility also extended by a person who create the own promise and an instrument. The person who create the own promise and instrument must fulfill their duty. An example, we as a children of our parents, we must have responsibility to take care of them. The responsibility can divide into two parts of the context, which is legal and moral. Legal context is referred to the legal category, which is law. An easy example that can given, we as a citizen of our country, we must follow the law of our country. Moral responsibility. Moral responsibility is a status of the moral deserving, which is refer the morality. An example, we as human being, we must have a moral values. We must have a morality and moral values to begin a good human being.
Hello sir, my name is Pavitra Tirumurugan from batch 18B DEM 04199090. Today I am going to present about explain responsibility and justice and four kind of responsibility. First of all, I will explain about responsibility and justice. An asymmetry in desert, deserving a good need to entire responsibility. Patient deserve medical care, everyone deserve respect. Another one is deserving a bad does seem to require responsibility, as in punishment. A distinction between the objective of justice, goods, the traditional concern of distributive justice, for example, wealth, income, liberty, rights, and happiness. Another one is bad, the traditional concerns of theory, punishment, retributive justice. Now I will explain about four kind of responsibility. First is role responsibility, the duties one has for doing various things which come with occupying a certain role in society. Second one is casual responsibility, what caused by something to happen. Third one is liability responsibility, who is liable for something's happening. And the last one is capacity responsibility, the capacity of a person to be held liability responsible for their action. Thank you.